Hi everyone, this is Stephanie for IVA, the Institute for Vocal Advancement. Welcome to our Health and Wellness series for voice teachers. So today I will be talking about keeping healthy boundaries with your students. So what do I mean by that? Well, first and foremost, we do want to create strong bonds with our students, right? We want to make sure that they are feeling very, very seriously taken care for in terms of their voice, in terms of their singing, in terms of their artistry. We want them to be seen and taken seriously. And that is a very close and personal work that we're doing with the singer. Also, we want them to become loyal with our studio, with the work that we're doing with them, right? So that is about really creating strong bonds. However, to really ensure a long-term professional relationship with our students, we need to have a look at keeping healthy boundaries with our students. So what do I mean by that? Okay, so one thing is, does that mean we cannot go and attend their concerts and have them tell us some personal things about their lives, about their stories? Well, of course we want to do that. Of course, we might share something from us and we want them to be able to share personal things. However, there's this fine line. You don't want to have that go overboard, just in terms of timing of the lesson. Of course, you talk in the beginning of the lesson. How was your week? How are you doing? How are your parents doing? Are they doing better? Are they healthy again? Whatever might be their concern. So you want to be like very personally interested in them. However, don't have that be for too long in the lesson. Neither them talking nor you talking about personal things. Make sure you direct the lesson into the constructive part of the teaching in a fairly manageable amount of time, okay? Of course, you want to go ahead and attend their concerts, support them in their artistry. I do that all the time when the time allows it to me. However, does that mean the students need to become our best friends? We need to spend our private time with them? No. If it happens that we become close friends, sure. But this should not be a given. Keep that personal space and time, which also allows a professional relationship with your students. One more aspect is, which I think is very important, to create and communicate a very clear and transparent studio and lesson policy. Because you might have been in the situation before where you got really upset with a student or even got into an argument because of some cancellation situation. Did that happen to you before? Well, in order to prevent that, and it is preventable, there needs to be a clear communication and again, a healthy boundary. We will talk about creating a very clear and good studio policy in a different series here. But once you have created a policy, put it onto your website, right? Particularly when we're talking about cancellation policies. I have just one sentence in the footer of my email communications where it says that I do have a cancellation policy that please needs to be noticed. Okay? What you can do is when a singer starts taking lessons with you, have them sign the policy so you can be sure on both ends that the policy has been seen. Okay? Overall, again, you want to reduce the reasons for neither end to get upset and get into an argument, which does not mean that you cannot make exceptions. Like I said before, there's this very fine line that needs to be met between acknowledging the strong bond that you have with them, and that very strong and clear boundary, and the professionalism and just very clear business structure that you have in place. There might be situations, and for me, a situation like that is, for example, if for the first time they need to cancel short notice because of a very urgent matter. Okay? I usually tell them, I'm not saying you need to do the same, but that's what I'm doing. I usually tell them, you know what? I do have that cancellation policy in place, but it is the first time that you're canceling short notice. I do understand, so for this time it is okay, but I need you to know, for a future occasion like this, I need you to please respect my cancellation policy, which most of the time leads to the fact that if they need to cancel again short notice, they address it from their own perspective by themselves and say, hey, I'm sorry, and I really appreciate that you accepted. I made an exception last time, but this time I will be paying for the lesson. And honestly, usually I never have trouble with arguments or problematic situations in terms like this. So ultimately, respect each other's space, respect each other's time, which also means that you need to respect their time and space. So in case I do get into a situation where I need to cancel short notice, or for whatever reason I feel like I need to compensate my student for a loss of time because I was running late or anything, I make sure that I do that every single time. If I owe a student a certain lesson time, I will make sure that I will make it up to them, because the respect that I request from them, I need to give back. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. Please leave your feedback underneath, give us a thumbs up, please stay in touch, like us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube, click the bell to stay notified when we have some more news for you, and keep following this series. Okay, be well, I'll talk to you soon. All the best. Bye bye.